You check your bank balance, and it's $42, but your investing app says you're up 12% this month. And your buy now, pay later app just approved you for another $200. So, are you broke or rich? This is the confusing reality for Gen Z, more financial tools than any generation, yet making costly money mistakes. These mistakes could cost you decades of wealth, security, and peace of mind. Let's cut through the noise and talk about the 5 biggest mistakes and why they're so easy to fall into. Mistake number 1, confusing paper gains with real, spendable money. You bought $50 of Bitcoin, now it's $70. Your app flashes plus $20 with a rocket emoji. It feels like free money, but until you sell and pay taxes, it's just a number on a screen. It's not cash, emergency funds, or rent money. Many young investors treat brokerage accounts like a casino, chasing meme stocks and checking portfolios constantly. This constant monitoring triggers emotional decisions, buying high out of FOMO, selling low out of panic. Real wealth isn't built on volatility. It's built on consistency, time, and compound growth. The S&P 500 has returned about 10% annually over the last century through steady, diversified ownership. Mistake number 2, living on buy now, pay later as a lifestyle. Services like Klarna make spending feel painless. No credit checks, no interest if perfect, just tap and go. But the hidden cost isn't just late fees. The real danger is psychological. The NPL decouples spending from earning. You ask, can I fit this into 4 payments? Not, can I afford this? A 2024 Federal Reserve study found Gen Z BNPL users are 3 times more likely to carry high-interest credit card debt. Frictionless spending trains your brain to ignore consequences, turning into a debt trap, especially with a regular income. Mistake number 3, ignoring the emergency fund while chasing returns. Putting $20 a week into crypto with $0 in savings is like building a fancy roof on a house with no foundation. Life throws curveballs, a broken phone, a medical copay, a sudden job loss. Without a cash buffer, you're forced into high-interest debt or selling investments at the worst time. An emergency fund is your financial airbag. Start with $500, then $1,000, eventually 1 to 3 months of expenses. Keep it in a separate high-yield savings account like Ally or SoFi, accessible but not tempting. Mistake number 4. Overcomplicating investing before mastering the basics. You don't need 12 crypto wallets, 3 robo-advisors, or a DeFi yield farm to build wealth. Complexity is often the enemy of returns. The best move for most young investors? Buy a low-cost index fund, like VO or VTI, and hold it for 10, 20, 30 years. Warren Buffett's instruction for his wife's inheritance was to put 90% in a low-cost S&P 500 fund. Not Bitcoin, not AI stocks, just the whole market. Start simple, automate it. Then, once you've mastered the foundation, explore other assets with money you can truly afford to lose. Mistake number 5, letting social media define your financial self-worth. You scroll past influencers posting luxury vacations and financial freedom at 22. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind, but most of that content is staged or funded by brand deals. The $5 latte critique ignores systemic issues like wage stagnation and soaring housing costs. Your brain compares your reality to their highlight reel, leading to doom spending to numb anxiety. It's not laziness, it's a coping mechanism. But here's the good news. You're the first generation with free, powerful financial tools if you use them wisely. The problem isn't the apps, it's the habits you build around them. In part 2, we'll show you how to use Fintech and investing apps without falling into behavioral traps. Stay with me. Your phone is a financial Swiss Army knife, handling banking, investing, budgeting, crypto, and buy now, pay later. However, most of these apps aren't designed to make you rich. They're designed to keep you engaged in spending. So, how do you use them wisely without becoming their product? Let's dive into key strategies. Rule 1. Treat your investing app like a vault, not a casino. Turn off all notifications. Every ping about market moves triggers dopamine and anxiety. Don't check your portfolio daily. Weekly is plenty, and monthly is even better for long-term focus. Use serious platforms like Fidelity or Vanguard, not gamified apps that show confetti or rocket emojis for gains. Why? Because every time you see a price move, your brain wants to do something, but the best investors often do nothing. Automate monthly contributions and rebalance once a year. It's boring, but absolutely profitable. Rule 2. Use budgeting apps, but don't trust them blindly. Apps like Monarch Money or Rocket Money can track spending beautifully, but they only know what you tell them. If you pay cash, use Venmo, or have multiple cards, the data is incomplete. So, link every financial account, review categories weekly, and set hard, monthly limits on fun spending. And never let the app shame you. Budgeting is about awareness, not guilt. If you overspend 1 month, adjust next month. No drama. Rule 3. If you use BNPL, treat it like a credit card with rules.
Only buy now if you already have the full amount saved. That way, you get convenience without the debt risk.
Always link payments to a calendar reminder. One missed payment can trigger fees, credit damage, and stress. Better yet, delete the apps after big purchases. Out of sight, out of mind. Rule 4. Separate your financial life into visual zones. Use one bank account for bills, a second for everyday spending, and a third, automatically funded, for investing or savings goals. Apps like SoFi or Ally let you create vaults or sub-accounts with custom names like Emergency or Europe Trip. This visual separation reduces impulse spending and builds discipline because you're funding goals. Rule 5. Audit your subscriptions every single month. The average Gen Z user spends $219 a month on subscriptions they barely use, including streaming and apps. Use Rocket Money or Truebill to find them all, then cancel anything you haven't used in 30 days. That's $2,600 a year back in your pocket, enough to fund an emergency fund in 6 months. Now, what about crypto apps? If you're going to hold crypto, never keep it on an exchange long term. Use a hardware wallet like Ledger, and never invest more than 5% of your net worth. Because here's the truth, Fintech apps are just tools, but tools don't build wealth, habits do. And the most powerful habit? Understanding your money mindset. Because in 2025, the biggest threat to your finances isn't inflation, it's doom spending. Stressed about the world? Buy a $40 candle. Anxious about the future? Order takeout again. Overwhelmed by news? Treat yourself to online shopping. It's not retail therapy, it's emotional leakage, quietly draining your future. In part 3, we'll break down the psychology of money for Gen Z and how to build a healthy relationship with spending, saving, and self-worth. Welcome to The Psychology of Money, where we're breaking the doom spending cycle. You're not bad with money because you're lazy. You're human, living in a world designed to exploit your emotions and anxiety. This is the age of doom spending, where shopping becomes buying comfort in a chaotic world. It's a new hoodie when climate news hits, a fancy coffee when rent feels impossible, or a treat yourself order after scrolling Instagram. It's not your fault. Social media algorithms and targeted ads are engineered to trigger dopamine hits when you're most vulnerable. They don't want you to think, they want you to tap. So, how do you break this cycle? Step 1. Name the feeling before you spend. Next time you reach for your card or open a shopping app, pause for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to fix right now? Is it boredom, loneliness, anxiety, or powerlessness? Write it down. Naming the emotion reduces its power. Number $30 skincare product will solve existential dread, but calling a friend might. Step 2. Create a fun money budget guilt-free. Deprivation doesn't work. It leads to binge spending. Conscious spending does. Set aside $20 to $50 per week for anything that brings you genuine joy, no questions asked. Coffee, games, clothes, concerts, a fancy snack. When that bucket is empty, stop. No guilt, no shame. This gives you freedom within boundaries and removes the forbidden fruit effect. Step 3. Redefine what financial success actually looks like. You don't need a Tesla or a 6-figure salary to be winning. Real financial health looks like sleeping well at night because you have a buffer, having options when life changes, and not panicking when your phone breaks. Compare yourself to your past self, not an influencer's curated feed. Step 4. Build identity-based habits, not goal-based ones. Instead of, I need to save $200 this month, say, I'm someone who pays myself first. Instead of, I shouldn't spend on takeout, say, I'm someone who spends intentionally on what truly matters to me. Identity shapes behavior far more deeply than willpower. When you see yourself as a saver, you save, even when it's hard. Step 5. Build a joy list of non-spending rewards. Your brain craves dopamine, but it doesn't have to come from spending. Go for a walk, call a friend, cook a favorite meal, play a video game, read a book, or take a nap. Write down 10 free or cheap activities that genuinely recharge you. Keep it on your phone. When the urge to doom spend hits, turn to this list instead. Now, let's talk about comparison. Instagram and TikTok make it seem like everyone your age is debt-free or owning a home. But the truth? Most are struggling in silence with student loans, stagnant wages, and mental health challenges. You're not behind. You're on your own path with your own timeline. Your worth is not tied to your net worth. You are not bad with money because you made mistakes. You're learning, just like every adult before you. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. $5 saved today, one less impulse buy this week, a real conversation about money with a friend. Financial literacy isn't about knowing everything. It's about asking questions, making small adjustments, and giving yourself grace. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't need to be rich to be financially healthy. You just need to be aware, intentional, and kind to yourself along the way. If this resonated, hit subscribe. We break down money, mindset, and modern life every week, no judgment. Just real talk that actually helps. Thanks for watching.